Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. I am so excited to talk with you guys about my drugstore makeup favorites. A lot of the products that I use are usually from the drugstore. I have found so many goodies over the past couple years. I am like a makeup fiend and I'm always on the hunt for new products at the drugstore and what other people are using and how they like them and so on and so forth. So I am going to just walk you guys through some of the products that I personally use, that I love, and that I would recommend to you guys to add to your collection. Okay, the first thing that I start with when I go in with my makeup is foundation. This is the Maybelline 30-Hour Super Stay Foundation. I love this foundation. I think that it gives such a nice finish. It's really good if you have dry skin, and it just keeps me like hydrated throughout the day, and it doesn't ever cake up or like look bad. I think that it stays on so long and it's one of my favorites. Now, just something that I want to mention as well is this beauty sponge from Real Techniques. Personally, I like the original beauty blender, but if I'm going for a drugstore version, definitely the Real Techniques one is the best one that I have found so far. I've also heard great things about the e.l.f. one, but I personally have not tried it. Okay, next are two brow products that I absolutely love as well. So I really like this e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's like their teeny tiny little spoolie. And I also like the NYX. This is the Micro Brow Pencil. If you guys like the Anastasia Dip Brow, or I mean the Anastasia Brow Wiz, this is a dupe for it, and it's like maybe $12, half the price of the Anastasia one, and it comes with the little spoolie on the end, and it's a really, really great product. Okay, personally I go in with concealer after I do my eyebrows. So what I like for my lids is the Age Rewind Concealer by Maybelline. This is just something that I've used for years and years, and I think that it does a great job of just covering up any like discoloration on my eyelids. I love these two for underneath the eyes, and I especially love this Makeup Revolution concealer on the days that I'm going for more of a no makeup look. I think that this sets on your face perfectly and it makes it look like your skin but just better. So this is my go-to on the days that I'm just trying to just have a no makeup day, or if I just want to use it as under eye concealer, I use it there too. It's the Conceal and Hydrate one. I also like the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. There is a matte version. The Camo Concealer, the hydrating one, personally, it's just the one that I like because I do have a little bit of drier skin, so I think that it just gives me a really nice finish underneath my eyes. And I always go in with setting powder directly after that, and my favorite is the one from Kodi Airspun. So this is actually like known in the drag queen community for some odd reason. I think it's just like a really long-lasting setting powder for underneath your eyes or all over your face. I personally just like do it underneath my eyes first, and then I go in with my beauty blender and I use a beauty blender to set the rest of my face, and it is one of my favorites, absolutely. And I think that it gives you a nice finish and it lasts a long time. And I actually haven't really noticed the biggest flashback problems with this one either. So if you're looking for a good one, this one's like $4 or $5 from Walmart or Target. Okay, next is bronzer. I am obsessed with bronzer. Bronzer is something that I'm always trying out new ones. I love layering bronzer. I always think that that looks the best on my skin type. So I love to go in with a matte bronzer first. This is the e.l.f. Forever Sunkissed. This is just like their regular bronzer. I have used and abused and loved this little thing, but this has lasted me years, like swear to you guys, years, and I use this on a daily basis, so I love that. And then also I love the Milani Baked Bronzer in Soleil. This one is so good. They have a bunch of other colors that are really, really good too, but it's got a little bit more of that shimmer, so I like to go in with the matte one first and then add on the shimmer one after, and I just feel like it chisels out my skin so well, but it also just gives me that like all over tan bronze look. Okay, next is blush. So this is the blush that is just like the same thing as the bronzer from e.l.f. This is probably, I think it might be $6, and so is that bronzer as well. This is in the shade Always Rosy. This one I love. I think that these stay on your skin for a longer lasting period, and I just think that overall it's a good blush. And then I also really, really love the Colourpop one. So the Colourpop blushes are more creamy, but they're not at the same time. They're not like cream, they're more like bouncy, like kind of like a mousse almost. They're just different. I don't know how to explain it, but this is what it looks like, and it's such a pretty color. This is Birthday Suit from Colourpop. I love, love, love these little things. Colourpop, I think, is very underrated, and I think they have a lot of great products that a lot of people should be using. Okay, now we are on to highlighters. My favorite 2 highlighters from the drugstore. These are the 2 that I always layer. This is how I get my very like shimmery highlight that you guys are always seeing on my skin. It's always, most of the time, it's this combo right here. So I like to go in first with the Pure Essence, or I mean the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. This is just like a just beautiful finish. I don't know how to tell you guys any other way. It just like, it's like this, so it's not even that shimmery, but just on your skin, it just looks so natural and dewy. It's beautiful. It's like that glow from within that a lot of us are looking for. I'm gonna add some to my Cupid's bow right now, just so I don't like waste it. But I love doing that, and then I like to layer it with my Colourpop highlight. This is the one in Flexitarian. Flexitarian is definitely the most like shimmery, I would say, and most reflective. So Flexitarian, I think it just is a really, really gorgeous shade. Like, oh my gosh, it's like so reflective that it's like barely even picking up on camera. But when I swatch it, it's very intense. Like, it is a very intense highlight, and it's just beautiful though. It's so pretty. And this is like the one highlight that I think that whenever someone asks me like what's on your cheeks, it's usually this. It's always this combo, but this is like what's really the one that's like popping at you. Okay, just as like an honorable mention for cream products, if you guys are cream product people, Saint Beauty has really good, inexpensive cream products. This is like the little kit that one of my friends hooked me up with. Her name is Kalea. She hooked me up with this little set, and I personally really, really like it. I'm gonna probably get some more to put on the second level of this, but these, they last a long time. They really chisel out your face in a different way. Like, if you are trying to look like cut and just I don't know how to explain it, but if you're trying to just look good, doing cream underneath like your bronzers and your powder products, I think is just such a game changer. Personally, I don't really like to use this on its own. I just like to use this as like a base, and then I like to go in with my powder products on top of it. And I just think that it looks so good when you're done. Okay, another face product that I just want to shout out really quick is this kit from Morphe. This is their blush palette. It just says blush palette on it. It looks like it's Warm Master, it says. And I think that it just has a bunch of really great shades. This is what I like to use whenever I travel, just so that I have lots of blushes on hand and I don't have to just like pick just 1 or 2 that I have. And Morphe is pretty inexpensive. I would say that this like set was probably like $18, maybe 20. So this is something that if you're looking to have multiple different blushes in your kit, this is a really great one. And it has like the cool tones, it has like the more bronzy shades, the more pinky shades. It gives you really everything that you can ask for. Okay, so next is eyeshadow. I am going to specifically talk about Morphe eyeshadows, and Colourpop eyeshadow is another one that I also like, but Morphe is usually my go-to. So I have a couple different palettes. I've got plenty. I just now moved into my boyfriend, so I don't have every single one with me, but these are the 2 that I made sure I brought. This is the 35XO. This was, I'm pretty sure, a holiday collection. I just really love these shades on my eyes personally, so I got this one. And then of course, my favorite, like if I could give you guys one palette to get from just in your collection, this Jaclyn Hill palette, I swear you can create so many different looks with this. Every single time that I use this, I realize just why I love it so much. I get so many compliments on my skin. I think that it always turns out beautiful. And of course it does have those like color, those like pops of color, but most of it is very neutral and you can do so many different looks. There's so many different shimmers in here. There's a lot of transition shades, which is what a lot of palettes lack. And this is just like an all around beautiful palette. It just blends like a dream. I am obsessed, and Jaclyn Hill is someone who I like love to support because I've been watching her videos forever, and truly she makes phenomenal products. So I love those 2. Now, as for Colourpop, I do have a couple of their palettes. This is the one that I like from Kathleen Light's Dream Street. They have a lot of really good palettes. I think that there are a difference between some of them that are just like the basics, and then there's kind of like a level up. I think that this one is maybe like one of them that's like $2 or $3 more than their typical palettes. And for some reason, just the blendability on these ones are just a tiny bit better. So if you can find a palette that is similar to like this or whatever, this is Dream Street, Kathleen Lights. She's another YouTuber that I loved and I wanted to support her, and she's got like just a cute palette. And I think that these blend out really, really well as well. Okay, so now for mascara and my eyelash curler. My eyelash curler that I use is actually from NYC. NYC is pretty hard to find nowadays. I'm pretty sure they stopped selling it in the US, I think, but I got my hands on this years ago, and it's the only eyelash curler that I've ever used that has just been amazing. It's the New York Color line. If you guys don't know what NYC is, you probably can find it maybe online somewhere, but this is like $2, $3 and it's phenomenal. I also really love this mascara. This is my #1 mascara from the drugstore. It is the L'Oreal Telescopic. This is the carbon black version. I think the carbon black version personally I like just because it's more intensely black. But this has a certain type of wand, and I specifically like this wand just to grab every single lash, and it's really, really good with lengthening my lashes. That's the one that I always use. Like whenever I have mascara on, this is my go-to. I've repurchased this so many times. So if you're looking for a good drugstore mascara, L'Oreal Telescopic, this is where it's at. Okay, next is liners. So Wet n Wild has like a $2.99 liner that is actually pretty good. I love liners just to do my wings, so that's why I specifically get like certain kinds. This one has a felt tip. Oh no, it just broke. Okay, this one has a felt tip on it. So there's felt tips like this that are already like the design of the brush, I guess if you want to say. I don't know, like the shape of the brush, like it comes out to like a point. Whereas this is the NYX matte or vinyl liner. I like the matte one specifically. And this one is just more so, it's a brush. So it's actually like, it's got this kind of applicator. This one's pretty dried out. I need to go get a new one. I have like a bunch of makeup that I need to repurchase. So this one is really, really good if you're looking for a good drugstore eyeliner. Okay, we just have a couple more products left. I wanted to hit on some lip products that I personally really like. Colourpop has such a wide selection of lippy sticks, and these are just beautiful. I think they lay on your lips so well. They've got so many different colors, so many beautiful nudes. This one specifically is in the shade Frida, and it's a satin lip, so I really like that one. There's a ton of other ones that I really enjoy as well. And then this is my holy grail for my lips. If you guys have not tried this, go get your hands on it. You can find it at Target. It's the LA Girl Lip Plumper. This is the tinted one, and there is no other lip plumper that I've used that I've really loved the color that it gives on top of just the feeling that it has on my lips, and it also lasts a good long time too. So this is just like I said, it's $2.99. So good for lip plumping. I truly like love this. All right, and last but not least, I figured I would just throw this in here and mention it. These are my favorite drugstore makeup wipes. I think there's so many different type of makeup wipes out there, and personally, none of them compare to the simple cleansing wipes. The ones from Neutrogena, I've tried those. I've tried a lot of different kinds, and there's just nothing that compares to these. I think that these are so amazing. They're great for my skin, and they haven't broke me out. I've been using these for years. I repurchase these like all the time. I get like packs of 6 because I'm just obsessed with these, and they're great, and I can order them off Amazon as well. Okay, I think that wraps up everything in this drugstore makeup favorites. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I actually really enjoyed filming this. Makeup is something that I have such a huge passion for, so I'm always here to give you guys whatever makeup tips and beauty things you guys want to hear from me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your week. Happy Wednesday, and I will see you in the next one.